3 weeks ago with some tremendous backcourt hitting in his first 2 wins, and now he serves for an opportunity to get to the final 16.
Well, we've already seen Martin's weapon, the big forehand. He better hit a ton of those today if he wants any chance at all against the great American Andre Agassi, who's hitting the ball as well as I've ever seen him.
On the line. They've met once before. That was earlier, or actually last year, in San Jose on hard courts, and Agassi prevailed 6-2, 6-2.
Agassi game plan pretty simple, basically to overpower Martin. Play good percentage tennis, play the ball cross court predominantly, a higher percentage play. When given the opportunity, Agassi, as we saw at the French, will attack the net.
Service winner to 30 all.
And he's getting some surprising zip here early, Dick, on his serve. Already clocked a couple serves in the 120s. That one at 113 got the job done.
Agassi with 41 career titles. Of course, 4 of those Grand Slams, each of the 4 majors. Only the 5th man to accomplish that feat, while Alberto Martin has 1 title, Casablanca, earlier this year. So Agassi from Love 30 holds. We're underway.
The Championships, Wimbledon, is brought to you by Lincoln, American Luxury, by Sun America, the retirement specialist, and by United Airlines. Rising is a daily commitment to make flying more civilized. United is rising.
And a royal welcome to Wimbledon. 3 hours today on our way to 36 hours of daily coverage all the way to breakfast at Wimbledon next weekend with 3-time champion John McEnroe. The excitement of this first week has already reached a high level. Today we're going to see 2 former champions.
Oh, I love this. I mean, Agassi's obviously coming off that huge win at the French. Alberto Martin probably wishes he played him on clay. Actually, no, he probably doesn't wish he played him on clay, because Agassi's the king of clay now. Grass, I still expect Agassi to win easily. I'm really looking forward to Becker Hewitt, though. That's going to be a real barn burner. Hewitt, the hustler, real competitor from Australia. Becker back on the lawns of Wimbledon. Great to see him back. Don't count him out, Dick.
And we'll be looking in on that center court battle. Leighton Hewitt and Boris Becker through the course of our coverage today. Alberto Martin, Beto, nickname short for his surname. He's 5'9" and 162 pounds. His first Wimbledon, and he's ranked 63rd in the world.
Well, you pretty much got the gist of this match already. Agassi with a lot of pace off the ground. These courts are playing firm, which is one reason why you're seeing Alberto Martin in the 3rd round. Incredible amount of clay court players still in this tournament. One being Gustavo Kuerten out there, up a set already, playing well. Best he's ever played at Wimbledon, looking to reach the round of 16. Overrule called wide. Martin not happy about that. No complaint.
Lars Groff in the chair.
Love 30.
Had a great start. Love 30 up on Agassi serves. Dropped 6 straight points now. You better be careful. Agassi get on a quick roll.
Whoa, fairly long, 15-30. Agassi in his opening round against Guillermo Canas of Argentina was hitting the ball so accurately and with full power, center of the racket, that even he was smiling at the high level of play.
15-14.
A couple of break points early.
It makes such a difference, Dick, when the weather's good over here in London, because the courts are playing so much firmer, giving the players a fair shot, a good bounce. So what you're seeing is a surprising amount of backcourt points, particularly the match you mentioned, Agassi-Canas. I thought Canas played well just to stay in there. Agassi's playing it right at the top of his game.
He was just smiling, shaking his head in disbelief, Canas, that a man could so consistently hit the ball that hard, that accurately for a whole match. One breaker saved. Another chance for a 2-love lead for Agassi.
Don't see that too often. Not a lot on that serve. A good idea by Martin. Try to mix up your serves against arguably the greatest returner in the history of tennis.
That's good. Well done.
He's not known to come to net a whole lot, but he showed some excellent feel there on the half volley drop shot. Because Agassi returned so well, Dick, you're forced to go for a little extra on that second. Just missed it wide.
Temperature expected to be in the high 70s today, but on court it's well over 80. Hardly any breeze.
There's a serve that's not utilized enough to serve into the body. Agassi couldn't handle that.
And so Alberto Martin, that ought to buoy his confidence, digs out a 15-40. It's 1-all. For up-to-the-minute scores and statistics, visit the official Wimbledon website, www.wimbledon.org, and IBM eBusiness. It appeared Agassi was going to jump out a quick break, but Martin had the stuff. And Agassi's first double. Andre on a 9-match winning streak with his 7 in a row in Paris, then his first 2 here at Wimbledon. While Martin having his best year is 15-11 for the season.
That was a good overall. That ball was on the line. Took a bad hop. Martin knows it. It's a hell of a lot better, Dick, than his 1-7 last year in '98, which got him ranked 106 in the world.
You win 1 all year and you get 106? Is there an asterisk on that?
Just toying with Martin there. It's like Kafelnikov losing all those first rounds, being ranked #1. Well, that's just as pitiful, if not more pitiful, if a guy's 1-7 and ranked 106.
He's moved up to 63rd coming into Wimbledon, his best ranking.
Break there. Didn't look like he wanted to come to net.
No, he got caught in midcourt, didn't he, and got away with it.
A couple times. Finally worked his way in and got the net court. I mean, Agassi followed extremely well in the French Open. Got a bit of a break there. Quickly, just to explain, Martin played some satellites and minor league events to get him to that ranking. Unlike baseball, where they don't count your statistics in the minor league, they do in tennis.
Agassi holds. It's 2-1. And a Saturday, sunny Saturday in England. Tennis and strawberries and cream. We'll be right back. Andre Agassi, Alberto Martin in this third round action from court 1. Martin serving 1-2. Swinging volley goes wide.
I was about to say, how's that for a return? Because it was a fantastic one. He didn't need to do that. He had all the court wide open, just got a little too overconfident. That's what he's really got to guard against. He's never been more confident than he is right now.
Along with his power and accuracy has been his incredible depth of shot making this first week of Wimbledon, pinning his opponent deep on the baseline.
That's an excellent point, because people don't realize that he utilizes that so effectively in his game.
Well, that was an interesting variety of shots.
It was a tough shot by Martin, because Agassi mishit the return. In the last second, Martin realized it was going to drop in. Well done. They hung in there and won that point. Agassi overhitting again. Perhaps surprisingly a little bit hesitant about going to net. A couple opportunities at this point once again to come in. He waited and decided to stay back there. I mean, from that angle, he's leaving a lot of court open if he stays back, and Martin made him pay the price.
2 points now for 2-all.
Surprising considering how well he volleyed over in Paris. Shouldn't be hesitant about getting in the net here.
Such a weapon for Agassi, his return. It's not just getting the ball back there. He puts his opponent on the defense with those
It's
returns.
like Sampras's serve or Krejcik's. I mean, that is his major weapon. Him and Connors are the greatest returners of all time. It's hard to imagine he could take Connors' return to another level, but that's what it appears like he's done to me.
So Martin holds 2-all. Andre Agassi this year, 23-6. He won in Hong Kong, beat Boris Becker in the finals, and of course the French Open win to the semis in Scottsdale. Fourth round, he was beaten in Australia. Looking for his 10th consecutive victory and a place in Monday's final 16.
Australian going through those difficult times with Brooke Shields contributed to that loss. He fell along with Brad Gilbert. The match they played with Becker was the best match they played all year. Becker played a great match until the French Open.
There he goes to the net.
Well, this time you really see him scooting forward, getting himself in good position, taking the ball as high up as he possibly can. He sort of cups it, rolls it cross court, wide open forehand volley winner.
Court 1 not completely occupied at the moment. They move the starting time up an hour to 1 o'clock today from the normal 2. What a week of weather in London. Not a drop of rain.
Well, you got to give Martin credit. He's hanging tough. He does nothing better than Agassi. Agassi's better at absolutely everything out there. Yet he's trying to hang in there, trying to figure out a way to do something to hurt Agassi. Depth would be a good way to start, like he did on that last shot.
Well, you can see the skid of that forehand from Agassi, and he's to 40-15.
He's going to use his experience, Dick, because he knows how the court plays a lot better than Martin does. He knows the spins better, as you saw on that inside-out forehand that skidded low.
3-2 on serve, opening set.
Announcing the world of Wimbledon. Join us as we relive the memorable moments from the world's greatest tennis tournament. Call 1-800-599-7799. Get ready as we go through the A to Z of what makes Wimbledon so special. With P for the passion, G for the genius, and E for the ecstasy. See it all in the world of Wimbledon. Call 1-800-599-7799. Catch your idols on center stage with tennis that you have never seen before. It's all in the world of Wimbledon. Also available, the Navratilova and Evert match of 1978 and this year's Wimbledon official film. Pay only $19.95 each, plus shipping and handling. Buy 2 of any of these thrill-packed videos and get the 3rd absolutely free. Own a piece of tennis history now. Call 1-800-599-7799.
The 29-year-old from Las Vegas, Andre Agassi, admits that his surprising win in Paris has him thinking very positively about his Wimbledon chances.
It's hard not to be confident when you get to experience that feeling of winning a Grand Slam. You just realize that it's not promised, it's not guaranteed, and if you just work hard and accept the good with the bad, and that's my attitude here. It's not that I'm overconfident. I'm out there working.
But he is confident. He just wanted to make the point that he's not over.
He was born confident. he's always been confident. That's not been his problem. But take a look at his early round results. Pavel had gotten to the finals of a grass court tournament a couple days before. He demolished him, and Kanaz, an entertaining second-round match.
But obviously dominating his opponents thus far. 2-3.
Well, that is just a monster return. I guarantee you Martin thought that ball was by Agassi, and somehow it appeared to me as well that he got it behind him and enough power to generate that fantastic return. You won't see Martin serving and volleying again real soon. Well, that's just 2 scary returns. Returns you dream about hitting.
And of course, we've talked about it so many times through the years, the fact that Agassi hits the ball on the rise, and opponents aren't used to having the ball come back quite that fast. The rhythm of
better believe that.
Now they're opening here, love 30, and second serve from Martin.
Agassi sees the ball earlier, Dick, than perhaps any other player as Martin tosses in double number 2. If you're playing tennis, you try to watch the ball from the moment it comes out of your opponent's hand when he's serving, and watch the ball carefully.
Now 3 break points now for Agassi. And the first break. Agassi takes the lead in this opening set, 4-2.
People have a tendency not to watch the balls carefully. Wait till it comes to them. We took a look at Andre's history. Remember that big championship in '92? Great match with Becker in '95 semi, a couple times in the quarters. He loves the conditions here, Dick, this year.
Just as it was in '92, very similar. We had a lot of warm weather, courts drying out, getting almost playing on dirt the second week, and the ball bouncing higher, which is to his liking.
I remember all too well. The final Wimbledon, he demolished me in the semis.
It was quite a run. He beat Becker in the quarters, you in the semifinals, and even Isevich for the title.
Not only did he guess right, Martin figures he should have put this away, but then he just clocks a forehand cross-court winner. Scrambles there, stays in the point, makes his opponent hit one more shot, then he guesses right and puts a lot of zip on that forehand pass. Right on the line. There's what I was talking about, but knowing the spins. He kicked it out wide to the Martin backhand, opened up the court, plays a good percentage, better percentage going cross court. The net's lower at the center of the court. Just dominated Martin once again.
We hear that Boris Becker just with an early break against Hewitt has taken a 3-1 lead at center, and we'll go over there shortly. Just wide.
Kierton looking tough now, up 2 sets to love and 4-1.
So the Brazilian who won the French a couple of years ago, showing that he has a feel for grass this year. I saw one of his earlier matches, and even doing a little serve and volleying.
That's not what you want to do on that shot. That, once again, Andre hesitated. He should have just chipped and come in, hit a drop shot, but not a shot where you're going to chip and go back. That reminds me of the ladies' tennis in the old days. Run to the baseline. He rarely makes the same mistake twice. Got in nice and early and took full advantage of that short ball.
Point now for 5-2 lead.
First time we've seen Agassi serve volley in the second serve. Had the forehand volley right where he wanted it. Opened the face of the racket too much, floated well long.
Advantage, Agassi.
Second ace.
And the way he returns, if he's going to get free points and hold serve consistently, boy, it's going to be a long day for his opponents.
It's wide, and Agassi with a 5-2 lead in this opening set. Early jump in the opening set, and Agassi here at court 1 with a 5-2 lead in the first set. Love 30, and 2 points from a set up is Andre Agassi. The winner of this match will meet either Tommy Haas, young German who was trained in the U.S., or Wayne Arthurs, another of the core of Australians who have done well here. Of course, Haas was the man who beat Agassi last year here at Wimbledon in the second round.
Arthurs is qualified, Dick, and won 2 rounds and has yet to lose serve. A rare winner from the Martin racket. He could use a lot more of these. Takes the ball nice and early on the rise, which you clearly would like to do if possible on these type of courts. Quick low bouncing court, court number 1, Wimbledon. Good idea to take it early.
Martin, to his credit, has been working hard on his serve and volley game. He realizes to be a complete player, he's got to do more than play a clay style, but his serve fails him for the 4th time in this opening set, and with it, Andre Agassi with a capture, 6-2. 14 years ago, at 17, Boris Becker was the champion Wimbledon. We'll go to center court. Becker returns in his final Wimbledon appearance.
If there's a Garden of Eden in this wonderful game of tennis, a place where it all began, this is it. These are the grass courts left over from the original, when play began in 1877. A couple of dudes named Spencer Gore and William Marshall came out in their long trousers. They didn't really know what they were doing, but they played a final which Gore won. There were about 200 people there. The club claimed a profit of about $5. But last year, more than 400,000 people streamed through the gates, and they made $50 million. But now this is quiet. The games ground for Wimbledon High School, a girls' school.
And welcome back to Court 1, the newest facility here at Wimbledon. 11,500, about 2,500 less capacity than historic center court. Andre Agassi, after capturing the opening set 6-2 with an early break of Martin here in the second, broke him at love in the second game, and it's now Martin serving at love 3.
Agassi perfectly willing to trade ground strokes, overhit that forehand, but he'll do that all day with Martin. Martin trying to get on the scoreboard again has really fallen way behind now at this point. Agassi got a couple of those butterflies out of the system in the first few games, and he is on a roll now. He'll afford double faults, Martin. That's 6 already for Alberto. Shows that he's pressing, trying to go for too much.
Brad Gilbert, his book was entitled Winning Ugly. Boy, his pupil Agassi's play would have to be titled just exactly the opposite. He's been winning very beautifully.
But where he's helped him so much is how well he improved his competitiveness and just hanging in there like we saw at the French Open. That's where Brad Gilbert comes in so handy for Andre. It's just wide. That it's okay to win matches when you're not playing the best. You don't have to look as great as you do right now. Bottom line is you got a W at the end of the day. Martin with a great looking shot, but unfortunately he's down 2 more break points.
And John, the other side of Agassi, and if there was a criticism of his play through the years, it was the fact at times he didn't show heart, that he'd give up on himself and not play up to capacity. But the scene of him in Paris where he would pound his chest in victory, saying, you know, that was the message that Gilbert had sent out to him. Let's play with heart, let's play with toughness. And I think finally Agassi knows that he's in such top condition he can play 100%.
That's certainly true. Always critical to be in good condition, and that's exactly why he hired Gilbert. Gilbert would be on him day in, day out about that. He got a good call there. Oh, it was called. I'm not sure what the call was.
Call.
That's a late overrule. It would look long. Lars Graf overruled it out. An annoyingly late call for Andre there. Being up 6-2, 3-0, you get over those things a lot more quickly. It's tough to tell from this angle.
I don't know why Martin has come over.
He's trying to stay on the court as long as possible. I think he gets a bonus if he stays more than an hour and a half.
You have problems with your eyes, or what's your problem?
He wants to play for the guy. But he made a mistake.
It's unbelievable. All the balls are for him. I don't know. You want 6 love, and I go. What's out easy is this ball. And this ball, one was good.
Apparently they're replaying the point. It was called out and overruled by Largef in. Exactly the opposite of what I thought happened.
Well, those umpires can fool you, can't they, John?
Well, they consistently do that with me, that's for sure.
And there is the break, and Alberto Martin disconsolate. He's being crushed at this point by Agassi anyway, and can ill afford any tough line calls. You heard him say, if you want me to lose love and love, then let's get it over with. That's his attitude at the moment as we look at our statistics in the match.
Well, when you're hit 5 winners and 18 unforced errors, that's bad news. Agassi's not really playing the best of Andre Agassi, but it's certainly good enough right now. He doesn't need to. Like we've talked about, there's going to be a match where you're not playing your best, and this would be a good one for Andre.
He's on a run now of 8 straight games. That mid-court ball, just as he would deliver in Paris, he just crushes the winner.
So he can go either way. I mean, and your opponent has to guess because he's got so much pace on the ball. Just no shot from Martin there.
Two American men are already through to the round of 16. Defending champion Pete Sampras going for his 6th. He'll play on Monday. And Jim Courier with a marathon heroic 5-setter yesterday, 13-11 in the 5th. And then to the hospital for some
he needed
heat condition problems.
He needed an IV, get a little sucrose back in the veins. He was hurting after that match. That was a heroic effort against Shang Shalkin. Great match.
That'll be part of our coverage tomorrow, 4 hours from Wimbledon. We'll also look in on John McEnroe and Steffi Graf, the new mixed doubles pair. You'll see Pete Sampras. Lots of tennis tomorrow. 2 to 6 o'clock Eastern time.
Courier lucky, Dick, that he's got 2 days to recover. A big matchup against Tim Hedman on Monday. You better believe Hedman's sweating a little, though. He's the favorite on grass. He's considered a strong contender, yet he's never beaten Courier, including that great match in Davis Cup in April.
Oh, my. Pinpoint backhand winner, and Agassi has won 9 straight games and is a game away from a 2-set lead. Andre Agassi marching back on court. Won the opening set 6-2 and leads 5-love here in the second against overmatched Alberto Martin. Tough introduction to your first Wimbledon.
I love the way you put him marched, but he's like the general of the army. He is strutting out there.
You know, you remember in days when he wasn't doing so well, he had that, that little pigeon-toed walk and it was much more timid than the style he's showing here the last month. Off the baseline and fouled back into the crowd.
Well back, about 30 rows back.
Good throw by the spectator that caught the ball, and a better catch by the ball boy. Makes a one-handed stab.
That's when you know it's a one-sided match, and that was the biggest hand of the whole affair.
It's good.
Prayer answered from Martin there. An Agassi shot, half volley from the baseline, angled off, hits the tape. He could use about 100 more of those, get himself back in the match.
Serve was wide.
It's too easy for him.
So 2 more set points for Agassi and a 2-set lead.
15-14.
Don Budge, the Grand Slam winner in '38. Roy Emerson with 12 Grand Slam titles, 1 more than Pete Sampras, the record holder Emerson. Rod Laver, Fred Perry, who was the great British champion, the last man from this country to win Wimbledon. That was 1936. Andre Agassi overpowering Martin, a love set. Agassi by 2 sets, well in control. How about Boris Becker? Will return to center court his match with Leighton Hewitt right after this. And welcome back to Wimbledon, and here's the answer to the Aflac trivia question. How many German men have won a Wimbledon singles title? Becker, of course, 3 times, 85, 86, and 89, and Michael Stich was an upset winner in 1991. Well, let's go back to court 1, and Alberto Martin is up 2 breaks against Andre Agassi at 5-2. When we last saw these two, it appeared Agassi was on a steamroller win, but a rash of unforced errors from Agassi's end, and Martin trying to serve out the set.
This is unbelievable, this turn of events. I mean, I never, ever would have expected this.
2 points from the 3rd set is Martin. And another ace.
and serving bombs all of a sudden.
After Agassi had won 9 straight games, 6-2 first set, 6-love in the second.
Must want a little more practice time, Andre.
The 18th unforced error by Agassi in this 3rd set. Martin the winner, 6-2. Agassi's lead 2-1. And now let's check into center laps in that 3rd set by Agassi. And Martin building some strength off the 3rd set win. And hitting sidelines helped as well.
It looks like Agassi all of a sudden hitting return winners, inside out, backhand that time. This is incredible that this match has become competitive. Good job by the Spaniard.
15-all.
Ace for Agassi.
Agassi just got to knuckle down here, get the concentration back, and he could be over with this in 15 minutes. Little hiccup, still up 2-1.
13.
And his 7th ace.
Some big serving gain. Andre had a trouble here at 2-all. Couple aces. Well-placed first serve. Eventually hits an easy volley winner. If you hit an approach as big as Andre does, things get a whole lot easier. Slides over for the backhand volley. Drop shot winner.
2-all, 40-15.
Game, Agassi.
3-2 in the 4th. Agassi leads 2-1. Yesterday, here at court 1, a very fascinating, entertaining mixed doubles match. You see our partners at work. John McEnroe. In the very first point of the match, Steffi Graf missing the return, and McEnroe slamming down his racket. Here's the better
That's just to loosen her up a little, you know. We're both a little uptight out there. Little humor never hurts.
And now your turn.
Yeah, I deserved it.
Easy win of the first set, and cruised without too much difficulty in the 2nd set down to
take a look at this
point.
service motion. That's what happens when you have 2 hitches in your serve before you hit the ball.
In fact, Steffi Graf had to hide her head in the towel thinking about Or was it your conversation that was the
That could have been it too, yeah. Here's the big serve, maybe match point.
Graf. She carried you again. Huh?
Better believe it. Got to know how to pick your partners.
6-2, 6-4 to advance to the second round. And the sellout at court 1 loved every stroke. And after the bows, in to meet the press.
I play Hingis at the French. I mean, that was one of the best spectacles of the sport I've ever seen. You know, not because Steffi was out there. It seemed to me like she was really, you know, enjoying it. You know, and that's.
Oh, you told me before.
Well, I was trying, you know, because I wish I'd enjoyed it more. So when you have the opportunity to see someone who's done so much, that still loves to play and compete, and gets to that point, that's amazing. You know, and if God knows she should enjoy it at this point.
I mean, it was unbelievable, like stepping on the court, the two of us today. And the response
I
from
will
the crowd.
never forget.
It's great to see her enjoying life so much. It started in Paris with that tremendous victory and having fun in the singles, but really seems quite delighted to be your partner in mixed, and we hope we have a chance to see you through the second week of the championship.
Yeah, well, we're up to again today, Dick, so the pressure's on.
Later today, and we will document the results tomorrow in our 4 hours from Wimbledon.
Turn on www. something or other. Get the result.
Meanwhile, at court 1, Martine and Agassi. Martine 30-15 at 2-3 in the fourth.
He's really picked up his game, Alberto Martine. And that was not an easy thing to do confidence-wise at 6-2, 6-love, where it looked like he's going to be steamrolled. Good competitiveness so far in this match as well. Leighton Hewitt still up 4-2 now in the third set.
Game, Martine.
And now an ace from Martine, and it is a different opponent that Agassi's staring at now, this 20-year-old from Barcelona, who is building confidence off that win in the third set, and now 3-all in the fourth.
Looks like just suddenly playing like Todd Martine, our other American who's playing as we speak.
Martin against Jens Knipschild.
Actually
lost the first set, won the second.
Yeah, 1 set all out in one of the outside courts, number 13.
Martin.
Sorry, no cameras out there.
15.
Agassi saying, okay, enough's enough. I gave this guy some confidence. I've had enough time on the court. It's time to put this one away.
No breaks here in the fourth set. And Martine, he's really hitting the sidelines. Very accurate since the start of the third set.
Well, Agassi knew he had a big forehand. What's surprising is how effectively he's hitting that backhand the last set and a half. Taking advantage of the weak Agassi's second serve.
13-15.
Looked like Beresategi there. Didn't get that name in once. Missed the forehand wide.
He grew up admiring Emilio Sanchez, Arancha's older brother, and he's a big fan of Michael Jordan, says Martine.
That ball was called long, I believe. Let's take a look here on the replay. Yep, it was long. Agassi overhitting. Once again, I've said this a million times, make your opponent hit one more shot. Good things can happen. That was in. Unbelievable. Who is this guy now?
Alberto Martine with a break point. This is starting to become a serious situation for Agassi.
Yeah, particularly if he loses this point. I mean, that was an incredible volley there. And he's got a break point to go up 4-3 in the fourth.
Now a second serve.
Cheers.
Ooh, a big sigh of relief for Andre there. Didn't have to play out that point. The unforced forehand return error.
And another service winner.
Advantage, Agassi. Game, Agassi.
And he punctuates with an ace. Fights off a break point. 4-3 on serve in the fourth.
The Championships, Wimbledon, is brought to you by Direct Computer Solutions, from the company that pioneered direct around the world. Be Direct, Dell. By Morgan Stanley Dean Witter. We measure success one investor at a time. And by Nicorette Gum. You can do it. Nicorette can help.
What a summer in Europe for this man, Andre Agassi. And these are the names: Perry, Budge, Emerson, Laver, and now Agassi. By winning the 1999 French Open, Andre Agassi became only the 5th man to win all 4 Grand Slam events, securing forever his place in tennis history. His last Grand Slam title came in Australia over 4 years ago, and his remarkable resurgence in Paris has silenced those who questioned his heart. Andre Agassi at 29, one of only 5 to win all 4 Grand Slam titles, again with Perry, Budge, Emerson, and Laver. 3-4, Martin serves, 4th set.
Good start from Martin. Big first serve setting up the 4, and looked like Agassi that point. Becker, by the way, has broken back at 4-all now, 3rd set. Agassi's lost a little of that depth the last set and a half. That was good depth there that won him the point. That drop shot a little bit too much. It's particularly tough, Dick, to hit a drop shot when the ball's coming at you with a lot of pace, like that shot there. Agassi had plenty of time to assess what his options were, hit an easy forehand winner up the line.
15-30.
There's that depth I'm talking about, and it results in 2 break points. 40. Just like that, Agassi looking to finish this thing off.
Break him here and serve out the match. Made good on 5 of 9 break points. What a defensive lob. And he misses wide.
13-15.
This is a phenomenal get. You just figured there's no way you can lose the point now. Andre occasionally gets a little overeager. Missed that backhand down the line by a bit. He's still got a break point here at 30-40. He tightens up. Misses the return. It's clear that Martin has studied Agassi's game. At that time, he decided to move out with the serve and try to get the angle. Good guy to try to emulate if you're a baseliner. but the last shot. Agassi jerking Martin around. He's still scrambling. He's got a good shot at this forehand pass. He'd like that one back.
Advantage, Agassi.
It's the top of the net, and Agassi with his third break point. Again, to break here, and then the opportunity to serve out the match.
Martin better be careful. He's still breathing deep after that point. Try to get this first serve in, which he does. Problem is Agassi hit the line.
Agassi.
So another deep return from Agassi. He breaks and leads 5-3.
Just when Mr. Agassi needed it, picked up the pace. Martin complaining about the bad bounce, but Agassi does that all the time, so don't be surprised. Agassi to serve for the match now.
It's a big turnabout. Remember, Agassi was down 30-40 in his serve 2 games ago and was able to dig out.
With the second serve, Martin missing an easy return. And now about to be closed out here.
3 points from the round of 16, Andre Agassi. Well, at 20 in his first Wimbledon appearance, young Martin has distinguished himself with his grit.
That's where you see how strong Agassi is. That ball looked to be by him. He does a lot of weightlifting, particularly that upper body. Looked like once again he caught this ball behind and he just muscled it back for a winner. He had some pretty good pace on that backhand overhead.
Agassi 20 more times to the net than Martin, who is much more comfortable on the baseline.
That was a little dumb luck, but he'll take it. It looked like he had no idea what he wanted to do and just hoped for something miraculous.
Mishit it, and it's a winner.
Caught no strings at all and hit a winner. He'll take it gladly.
Let's pursue.
Martin's favorite away from tennis activity is spearfishing. He says down 25, 30 feet.
Oh, watch out.
There's a spearing backhand from Agassi. He almost caught the fish.
He won't be chipping and charging again real soon.
40-50.
Oh, my. 2 match points for Andre Agassi.
You just sense how much harder Agassi's opponents work than he does. He's still trying to catch his breath.
And with an ace, Andre Agassi forges his way into the second week of this '99 Wimbledon. The French Open champion has his eyes on another Wimbledon title. 4 sets, 6-2, 6-love, 2-6, 6-3. His 4-corner bow and acknowledgement to those who cheer. Agassi on Monday will meet either Tommy Haas, who dismissed him last year from Wimbledon, or young Aussie Wayne Arthurs. Yeah, a little pucker there. That third set got his attention.
Well, we said earlier, if you're going to play a poor set or match, especially do it against an opponent you're going to beat anyway, and that's what happened with Andre. Little hiccup, but on his way to the round of 16.
So Agassi is through to the 16, joining